Well, hey guys, today we have our test wall again, and this time we have a male wingback coming out of the wall, or an example of one. And now that we've got our shower wall elbow, which it's going to go on there, we've discovered that that too is male. Now everyone knows that that's not going to work, so we've researched boring up the center of this wall elbow, but the wall is too thin to create a female thread, so we're going to have to modify the thread in the wall. We can't get inside the wall, the wingback is buried deep in the wall, so we're going to have to improvise and go for another option. Now what we've got is a step drill bit, and we have a socket. So what we're going to do is we need to get the socket in there, and it needs to be flush with the wall. So if I cut it off here, that's still not going to work. You're still going to have too much thread sticking out. So we're going to get our step drill bit. These are available from Modification or Bunnings or any home hardware store, and we're just going to put that in there with a drill and just keep on reaming it in there, and it will just take all that material out until you've got enough to fit a socket. Now you may have to trim the socket down, but it's very much a get out of jail card if you've got two males, obviously the male in the wall and the male in this one here, the wall elbow. So we're going to go to it and we'll see what happens. So as always, wear gloves, goggles, all the necessary PPE, and away you can go. Okay, so let's see how far we have got in. We've gone in a reasonable amount, but I think we'll have to go a little bit further. Okay, let's try that. So there's always going to be pieces of thread in there, so we'll get them out. And give the socket a shot. Now I'd probably recommend a hex socket because it's just easier to do for a socket and wrench. And so now we can see we've gone this far, and it's obviously gone up against where the wingback tails are, or the little legs, the little wingbacks. So we've got to cut this off here, and you can see in there we've actually got a reasonable amount of meat in there, so that this part here can actually screw in. If the worst comes to worst, you may have to cut off a piece of this thread here, but as long as you've got at least 4 or 5 threads for it to seal correctly and properly, you can put hemp on there and it should suffice. So we're going to go ahead now and cut that socket. Now my cut's not too flash, so I'm going to put that on the inside. In this case I'm going to use some long nose pliers just to grip on it and send it in so that it is flush with the surface. Then we can test our male wall elbow on it. Okay, so that goes home after a few threads. So what we're going to have to do is cut that much off it. So we'll measure from there to there, and then we'll cut that much off it, and that should go right on. Now this is a new wall elbow, so I'm not going to modify it so that the customer doesn't get a modified wall elbow, but it's fairly simple. You can see what I've done. You can see the end of the thread in there that we've reamed off, and then the socket which has been cut. Now like I say, I recommend a hex on the outside so that you can use a socket and wrench to, once you've hemped it, socket and wrench to put it in. Now the other thing you can use is hydraulic sealant. There's some very good hydraulic sealant on the market, and you'll be able to make it so that it's well sealed. So hopefully this helps. If you need any other tips and tricks, give us a call at Plumline or go to our website plumline.co.nz. Thanks for watching.